Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real pity, of course, that we cannot meet in person at a conference this year, but online get-togethers are the new normal. However, get-togethers like this, in person or not, where we gather to share our ideas and challenges are crucial to move forward, especially in challenging times like this. And the past 6 months have challenged us all in finding solutions and answers to the COVID-19 crisis. When it comes to resilience, the Port of Antwerp passed the test. Since the outbreak of the coronavirus, we, as a major European and international port, have made, together with the entire port community, every effort to keep the port 100% operational. And although 2020 will obviously not be another Grand Cru year, we have been able to limit the damage thanks to container handling, which maintains the status quo. Compared to most other ports in the Hamburg-Le Havre range, Port of Antwerp is holding up very well. Our position as a European distributor hub for chemicals and polymers plays a crucial role in this. No less than 25% of the containers in our port are linked to the chemical industry, making this the largest motor of the port. And although you all have had your share of impact from the crisis, the motor of the industry kept and keeps on turning. But we cannot be fooled by certain shocks we experience and only strive towards short-term solutions. We are faced with long-term, disruptive evolutions that urge us to design a long-term strategy. As a port, we play a crucial role in the climate issue. We cannot ignore it. In recent years, the entire port community has consistently focused on innovation to meet the challenges of climate change. The corona crisis clearly shows us that we must now lower our commitment to strengthen and support the chemical cluster in Antwerp in its transition to a carbon-neutral and circular economy. That is why, together with the industry, we keep working on reducing CO2 emissions and the transition to alternative energy sources and a carbon-neutral port by means of ambitious transition projects. Sustainable shipping, sustainable energy and sustainable industry are areas in which we have already taken major steps and want to go much further in the future. In order to do so, we team up with business frontrunners to realize very ambitious lighthouse projects on green hydrogen, carbon capture and utilization, circular economy, waste heat and alternative shipping fuels. One of these projects I'm particularly proud of is Power to Methanol. Together with 6 major players, Engie, Fluxys, Indaver, Innovin, Oil Tanking and the PMV investment company of the Flemish government, we established a consortium for the sustainable production of methanol, an essential raw material used by industry in the port. By 2022, we will start the construction of the Power to Methanol demonstration plant at the Innovin site in Antwerp, with the aim of producing 8,000 tons of sustainable methanol annually, thus avoiding at least an equivalent volume of CO2 emissions. This is a new milestone in sustainable methanol production in the Port of Antwerp and an absolute scoop for Belgium. Another example is the Antwerp at Sea project, in which we also brought major players in the chemical industry together. Air Liquide, BASF, Borealis, ExxonMobil, Ineos, Fluxys and Total. With this consortium, we aim to keep CO2 out of the atmosphere, thanks to applications for capturing and utilizing or storing CO2, all within a relatively short time span and at reasonable cost. The project has the potential to reduce the CO2 emissions within the port by half between now and 2030. It demonstrates once more that collaboration is key for generating a cluster effect and creating innovative operational added value, If this shared infrastructure can actually be realized, it will be a first of a kind, and it will benefit the entire industrial community in the port and make a valuable contribution towards the Flemish, Belgian and European climate goals. As for the sustainable modal shift, this also remains a major priority for us. By giving companies open access to our pipeline network, we have been able to strengthen local industry and encourage a shift to the sustainable mode of transport. The NMP, which was purchased by Port of Antwerp, will proudly take further steps in the future under the name PipeLink. In addition, we are currently examining the possibility of integrating these pipelines into a heating network and for the transport of CO2. A very promising project is Next Gen District, which is the name, or the new name, for the former site of General Motors, in the immediate vicinity of the chemical cluster. We are currently transforming this 88 hectares into a hotspot for circular economy, where we can confirm our pioneering role in serving as a testbed for technological and sustainable innovation. It will be an industrial site where end-of-life products will be given a second or a third life. Circular carbon solutions will be researched and experiments with renewable energy will be conducted. The goal is for Next Gen District to grow into a hub for innovation and cross-fertilization in circular economy, giving oxygen to the new generation. We are launching a new international award procedure to find potential investors that offer impulses in the circular economy within the process and manufacturing industries. These can be large companies, but also startups or scale-ups.
This is where it all begins. This is where innovators bring their vision to life. Moving from linear to circular, from factories to networks, from using to renewing, setting an example for real change. Welcome to Next Gen District. A place for pioneers, for game changers and forward thinkers who think of recycling a product before making it, who look for new ways to decompose and recompose, who always see possibilities, all while using renewable energy. If we want a sustainable future, we need change leaders, companies that show us we can do things differently, industry innovators that invest in research, startups that dare to try something new. Next Gen District offers pioneers room to grow, a network where they can exchange ideas and share resources, a location with road, rail, waterside and pipeline access, right in the heart of Europe. Next Gen District is the soil that breeds innovation, there for those who are ready to make a difference. Are you ready to be part of it?
I want to thank you all again for your continuous support and confidence in our port. As entrepreneurs, we can have a big impact. We have the power to help reshape the world. But it's clear we cannot do this on our own. Whether it concerns the fight against climate change, the sustainability of business operations, or the innovation of technological developments, collaboration and partnerships will pave the way to transition, and it's the only path to follow. It is together that we can make the difference and can get a lot moving. Together with you, the industry, with the Flemish government, and with the sector federations for chemicals and life science, Essentia. I hope that we will be hearing, seeing, or even better, meeting each other soon again.